Hello guys, this is Jimmy again. I have another video for you all. This is the start of the video. I was headed out to the mall and I ran into, it looks like what is the start of some type of grand motorcycle ride, motorcycle gang, well, not gangs, but clubs. And it was very intriguing. Hell, I want to do that shit myself, but anyway, this is the beginning of the video. I thought it was very interesting, so I'll introduce the video with this. But what we're gonna get off into is something much more serious. It's the launch of Black History Month, and I will be introducing Dr. Damion Thomas. Is that his name? That's what they call him? Okay, fine. Anyway, I do want to say that the next time I'm asked to introduce someone, I will definitely do better research than I did this time, because I agreed with most of the things that he said, but the last thing that he said I disagreed with wholeheartedly, and it just soured me on him altogether. But I did tell him to his face. I let him know that I disagreed with him, and it was on the subject of the Electoral College. But anyway, let's just get into the video and see what's happening, and then we can talk later, okay? Bye. Seeing this. This is pretty exciting. I would like to do something like this. On my way to the Du Bois Center to help launch the celebration of Black History Month. We have a really great speaker, Dr. Damion Thomas, who is going to lecture us. He's an authority on Black history and sports. He's also a guest curator of the Museum of Natural History for the African Americans. We are setting up as I speak. You can see the chairs being set up, and I don't see the guest speaker has not arrived as of yet, but we are here at the Du Bois Center, and as you can see, this is the Marcus Garvey Guest House. This is a place that it's a guest house that you can actually stay in when you come over here for a visit. So it's very nice. Over here is the African Diaspora Forum here, and this is where the ambassador to the African diaspora, this is her office, and we'll explore that later. This is the American ambassador to Ghana, and she is speaking with the president of the African American Association, and Dr. Damion Thomas is standing in the middle. This singer, Yummy Sower, she's a friend of mine, and I betrayed her in a show. I'm going to admit that. She was supposed to be the only singer, and I was acting in a play called the Sower Plantation. It was about slavery, and I did my own song. It was called Sweet Low, Sweet Cherry, But anyway, this is Yummy Sower. We go back a long way, and she's still doing the same thing that she was doing before then. So listen, let me just introduce you guys.
Let us march on till victory is won, facing the rising sun of a new day begun.
Having visited.
The ambassador is speaking now, and actually she's doing great promises, but you know how we've been promised a lot of things throughout the years. But anyway, she seems like a very nice person. I don't know who appointed her, but she didn't seem like she had some type of rope in her pocket or something to hang me. So it was pretty cool. I enjoyed her company. As a matter of fact, we played in the same golf tournament. Anyway, this is her. Listen for yourself.
AG and other African Americans who have made Ghana their home, including some whose citizenship ceremony I was honored to witness at Jubilee House on November 27th last year. This year, we're observing the Black History Month theme, African Americans and the Vote. We're honored to welcome U.S. historian and curator Dr. Damion Thomas of the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. I think everyone here knows the architect of that beautiful structure was Ghanaian David Adjaye. I think he's Sir David Adjaye by now. Thank you, Dr. Thomas, for accepting our invitation to celebrate Black History Month here with us in Ghana. Dr. Thomas's visit and programs like today's are a key part of how we learn about and learn from America's history and celebrate the substantial contributions of African Americans to U.S. history, culture, and society. This year's theme highlights the significance of 2020 as an election year for the United States, for Ghana, and for many other African countries. It's a reminder of the sacrifices that African Americans and other
Good morning. And thank you for being here with us this morning. My name is Jimmy Thorne, and I am a former president of the African American Association of Ghana, and I am very privileged, indeed honored, to have been asked to introduce our illustrious speaker, Dr. Damion L. Thomas. Today, we are pleased to welcome Dr. Damion L. Thomas, a very special guest speaker. He's from LA. It's Los Angeles for. Dr. Thomas is the museum curator of sports at the Smithsonian Museum of African American History. Dr. Thomas specializes in African American history and sports. He is an author, and he has written many papers. He has been published over and over again. And today, he will be sharing with us his expert opinion on Black history and culture in sports, and also Black history and the vote. Excuse me, I'm kind of nervous. I give great thanks to all African American Association who has arranged the Black History Month kickoff at the Du Bois Center. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our illustrious speaker, Dr. Damion L. Thomas. Please give a rousing hand for Dr. Thomas. Thank you. Okay, guys, here we go. We have Dr. Damion L. Thomas, the same lecturer, speaker that I didn't agree with on a certain point, but I'll just let you listen for yourself and you make up your own mind. You either on that side or the other side. So, anyway, here's Dr. Thomas.
Because it did not say that African Americans were 3/5 of human beings. What the 3/5 clause said was that they would count the number of African Americans as 3/5 of a full person for purposes of the U.S. Census. So African Americans who were in, and excuse me, 3/5 of a person, all those free persons and all others is 3/5. So free blacks were counted as one person, but enslaved people would be counted as 3/5. And what this did is it gave incredible representation to the South because they were counting the black presence in the census. Now what happened caught the North off guard because the African American population increased tenfold from about 1800 to 1860, went from 400,000 to 4 million people by 1860, which gave the South, which practiced slavery, an incredible amount of power because now they had more representation in Congress because of the way they were counting African Americans. And that increased power led to the Missouri Compromise, which allowed slavery to spread to Missouri. It led to the Fugitive Slave Act, which said that you could go up north and bring people back across state lines. It led to the annexation of Texas, which then led to Manifest Destiny and the continued westward movement. It led to the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854, which allowed for slavery to continue to spread.
Okay, so Sherry Thompson is the name that I'm known for, but my brand is Mamaloo, Mamaloo. Yes, that's toilet sanitation. Every poo deserves a loo. So I'm in the development space. I do sanitation, we do renewable energy, we do trade, and a number of other things that help us develop as a nation. And as we come back, as diasporans come back to the continent, we help with developing the continent. We help with nation building. So I'm so happy to be here at the launch of the Black History Month that the African American Association of Ghana has put together. I've enjoyed seeing and hearing you introduce our guest speaker, who's Dr. Damion Thomas. He came all the way from the U.S. and is basically involved with the National Black History Museum, or they call it African American. I kind of like black.
We know what it is.
We know what it is. And we've been putting that together for years. Now it's finally it's here, and we're excited. So I'm happy, and the month is here. But you know, Black History for us is not just the month; it's all the days of our lives. So we're telling our own story, and we're living our life. Thank you.
I would just like for you guys to look out for Sherry because you're going to be seeing and hearing a lot from her. She's one of the very, very important people here on the ground, Ghana, West Africa. And Sherry, thank you for granting me this interview, and I love you. Give me a hug.
Good morning. I'm here at the Voice Center in Accra, Ghana. And this is the African American Association sponsoring Black History Month. And I'm here with the ambassador of the U.S. ambassador to Ghana. I would like to introduce you. I would like for her to introduce herself, please, Ambassador.
Okay, thanks so much, Mr. Thorne. Hi, everybody. I'm Stephanie Sullivan, Saturday born, so you can call me Ama if you like. I've been in Ghana now as ambassador for just over a year. And in fact, my very first public speaking engagement as U.S. Ambassador last year was here at this same event. So it's hard to believe a year has gone by. My family and I were here in Ghana 20 years ago for 4 years, and that was a really fantastic experience. So like many people who come to Ghana, we had to come back. And as you see, the Triple AG, a Dinka symbol is Sankofa, which also evokes that spirit of homecoming.
I would like to thank you for, and thank the American Embassy for participating in Black History Month program. And I'd like to get off subject here very shortly. First of all, I played golf with you a couple of 2 weeks ago, and I'd like to ask you how you did.
Well, I don't always keep score, but when I do, I don't have as much fun. So I'm not really a golfer. If they could give me a handicap of 100, I would take it. But let's just say I'm a learner, and I think that one of the things that makes life interesting is being a lifelong learner, whether it's some intellectual pursuit, a cultural pursuit, an athletic pursuit.
I'm not going to hold you long because I know you're very busy. But my last question to you is, what does Black History Month mean to you? And I ask you in the spirit of you not being black. So I'm trying to gauge, the opinion and the thoughts of someone who's not black, how they see Black History Month and its place in American culture.
I think that's an excellent question, and I don't pretend to speak for all not black people. But I think it's really, really important to have people understand Black history is American history. It's not just, a 1 month thing. And I think that there are many different ways to teach history and reach people, again, whether it's through cultural exposure, whether it's through stamps, whether it's through events like today, whether it's through celebration of things like the Year of Return or acknowledgement of 1619, which marks the arrival of the first documented slaves in Virginia. And I think that all that kind of publicity, awareness, and education is good for all people. I think I can't feel what it feels like to be black or African American, but I know that the relationship between Ghana and the United States is very strong on very many levels, and the number of African Americans who have settled in Ghana. We're at the Du Bois Center here in Accra, and Du Bois, icon of history, American history. His mortal remains lay here, and it's a kind of a pilgrimage. So it's meaningful to me as an American.
I'd like to thank you for your response. It's a very good response. And I'd like to thank the American Embassy for showing up and supporting Black History Month. And I'm not going to hold you because I know you're very busy lady, young lady.
Well, thank you so much, Jimmy, and I'm looking forward to my speech later today. And in fact, the partnership that the American Embassy has had over decades with Triple AG is remarkable and exemplary, and we look forward to taking it from strength to strength. Thanks very much.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm here again, and this time I'm with the president of the African American Association. Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I forget a lot of names every time. I guess it has to do with my age. But I always like to have my guests introduce themselves because they might want to say something that I might not know. So please, Madam President, introduce yourself and let us know what the African American Association is about and what you hope to accomplish.
Okay. My name is Jessica Ivor. I'm president of the African American Association of Ghana, or Triple AG, as we're more commonly known. I've been living in Ghana for 17 years, and I'm married to a Ghanaian. The Triple AG, the mission of our organization is to facilitate the social, economic, and cultural assimilation of Africans and African Americans and Africans of the diaspora into Ghanaian society. return has been a very interesting experience for us. More people we're meeting more people coming to Ghana than we've ever met before. They've dubbed this year the Beyond Me return, so we're actually just trying to determine exactly what that means. You know, the year has just started, and we're really trying to determine what that really means.
Okay, I'm here again with another interview. This is a good friend of mine. What is your first name?
People know me as Tokes. So I like
Yeah,
Tokes.
I know. I know you as Tokes.
Yeah, okay, Michael Williams.
Michael Williams, but we all call him Tokes. He is an American, and he has repatriated back to Ghana long ago before the start of the year of return. Mr. Tokes has a business. It's called.
Well, I have the IAS Center for Intercultural Awareness and Development. And we organize programs for students and faculty who come to Ghana to study abroad programs. And of course, my wife runs the Shares Africa. That's right.
Okay. All right. So the man is really doing. As a matter of fact, he wrote a book.
I've written some books. Too.
Some books.
Yeah.
You know, Tokes, I want to say this on air. I was at your book signing. The first book that you wrote, that was at yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
wonderful.
yes.
Oh, were you there?
Yeah, and you inspired me, and since then I have written 3 books, and I have been published.
Congratulations.
All 3 of them are published,
Oh, wonderful.
and you are one of the people who inspired me.
I appreciate that, Jim.
So I want you to just tell the people, well, the way they say in Ghana is small.
Yeah.
Tell the people small about what you're doing here and how you like it here.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure. Well, I've been in Ghana for a little over 25 years, and I've loved every moment of it. I came to serve as a resident director for a study abroad program. So I've been doing international education, study abroad for 25 years. So it helps me pay the bills. And so, yeah, that's what I do.
Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married to a lovely, beautiful Ghanaian woman for 24 years, something like that. I think 24 years. We have 2 wonderful daughters. I have 4 daughters from a previous marriage, so I have 6 daughters. And I'm just loving it, that's all. I'm kind of semi-retired, but still kind of managing the company.
Now, if someone is coming to Ghana, would you advise them to come and visit your wife's club? Please pitch the club.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My wife would kill me if I did not. Sure, for Friday, Saturday night entertainment, there's no better place than the Shares Africa. Live band and delicious music, wonderful service. So from
food as well?
Oh yeah, food, wonderful food, drinks. So from roughly 7:30 to around 11:30. If you're looking for something to do on a Friday or Saturday evening, please visit Shares Africa in East Legon.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. All right,
And we'll get together later. My next guest, Miss Yomi Sower.
People don't need to know anything about
Okay,
it. Just
with
keep
Yomi
them
Sower.
Yeah.
She was born in Nigeria, but she's out of Sierra Leone. Yomi and I have a past together. We have acted in the same play.
Oh, yeah, that kind of past.
In which she was the writer and the producer. So I was one of the actors in the play, and it is a play about slavery. I'll let her explain it to you. Please, Yomi, introduce yourself and let them know about your play.
Okay, like he already said, I was born in Nigeria, but originally my roots are in Sierra Leone. The play he's referring to is entitled The Sower Plantation, which is actually, for obvious reasons, my last name, Sower, a reflection of my ancestry of repatriated slaves to Freetown, Sierra Leone. And so the Sower Plantation is reflecting how enslaved Africans were taken from their motherland, Africa, to the South in America. And whilst those slaves are on that plantation, they are thinking or reminiscing about Africa and wanting to go back. And even though I've been doing this production since 2014, and it happens every year since 2014, I would say that it was somewhat prophetic, because last year, 2019, we had a year of return. So this concept of returning to the motherland has been in our minds since for as long as we know. So this play is coming up once again this year on the 22nd of February, and it's going to happen on the stage of the Gold Coast Restaurant. Gold Coast Restaurant is situated behind Accra Tourist Information Center. So 22nd of February 2020 is going to be another day for the production of this play, and the whole concept, the title is Young, Gifted and Black. That's the theme of the play, because February is also not just Black History Month, it's also the month when Nina Simone was born. She was born 21st February 1933, and so we will also be doing a tribute to Nina Simone, as well as recognizing Black History Month with the play. Now, if you also want to know another place I'll be performing, because we are in the Valentine's season, I'll also be performing next week Thursday, which is the 13th of February, at the Gold Coast Restaurant again for a Valentine event. I'm a jazz singer. I also sing Afrocentric music. I'm an actor and a playwright and director. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yomi, for that useful information, and I'm sure that I'm going to get loads and loads of responses and people wanting to know where they can come and partake of your festivities.
Thank you.
So I will let you go. I know you're a very busy person. It was very hard to get you up here for this interview,
That's true.
as a matter of fact, because you have so many people following you around. And as a matter of fact, we did a radio show together, didn't I?
That's true.
Oh, why don't you tell them about that real quick before you go?
Well, actually, I'm also a radio presenter. I'm a jazz radio presenter. And on one occasion, I had the opportunity of bringing Mr. Jimmy Thorne on board as to interview him on radio. So right now, I'm currently on the Radio Universe 105.7. On Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. I present Maximum Jazz with Yomi Soa. So maybe you can be another guest on my show once again to talk about Black History Month, because I'm very, very in close touch with Black History Month subjects, and I would like to discuss it even on my radio show. So 4 to 6 on Tuesday on Radio Universe 105.7 FM.
I would be happy to come, and I look forward to that. Thank you very much again, Yomi.
Okay, I'm back. We're at the end of the video now, and we decided to end the video with the ceremonial African dance with the drummers. And I would just like to let you know that each one of these movements on this dance means something. I don't know exactly what it means, but maybe we can do a little research and find out the meaning of the African dances. And if you do, share it with your friends. Remember, this is Black History Month, and we're finding out now about our past and our history. Because if we lose our past, we don't have a future. Okay, thanks. Please like and subscribe to this video so we can make it possible to do many more. Thanks.